Hold it! Spoilers ahead. You've been warned. Welcome to part 1 of my in-depth breakdown of Ace Attorney character names. Before we start, it's important to note that when the original Ace Attorney trilogy was translated to English, they also localized it to be set in California, USA. In the original versions of the game, they are in Japan. Also, in Japanese, names are usually family name first, given name second, but I'm going to say them Western style for convenience. Also, my pronunciation is far from perfect, but I will try my best. Let's go! Starting off, we have the Ace Attorney himself, whose name in English is Phoenix Wright. The obvious one is Wright, meaning right as in correct. For his last name, a phoenix is a mythical creature. It's an immortal bird known for rebirth and rising from the ashes, as in many versions of the myth, it will combust and be engulfed in flames before rising again. Phoenix Wright is known for making comebacks in his cases or turnabouts, and fun fact, Rise from the Ashes is the literal name of Special Episode 5. In the Japanese, Special Episode 5 is called Rebirth. And as a phoenix relates him to a mythical creature, so does his Japanese name, Ryuichi Naruhodo. Naruhodo means like, I understand or I see. So like if your teacher explains something to you, you would say, naruhodo. So his name is literally about figuring things out. Ryuichi is made up of 2 kanji. The first is the kanji for dragon, which is where the mythical creature comes in. Dragons and phoenixes both kind of represent success, and calling him dragon kind of sounds cheesy in English, whereas phoenix, you can shorten it to Nick, which works well. The second kanji is for the number 1. When you combine 2 kanji, the meaning isn't always a literal combination of the 2 words. Looking at you, Ariana Grande. And it can have multiple meanings. In this case, the combination isn't too far off, and it can be interpreted as first son of the dragon. It's important to know his Japanese name, as the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles did not localize the game to America and kept the Japanese setting and many of the Japanese names. The main character of the Great Ace Attorney, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. As the Great Ace Attorney is set long before the original trilogy, this makes Ryunosuke the ancestor of Phoenix Wright. His first name has 2 kanji and 1 katakana. The first one is the same kanji for dragon that Phoenix has. The second is just a possessive particle, and then the third has a few meanings: to mediate, to help, or to assist, or shellfish. I'm going to assume it wasn't picked for the shellfish meaning, but who knows? Interestingly, the combined meaning can also be son of the dragon, but it can also mean forerunner, as he is the forerunner of Phoenix. So it has a double meaning, which is so cool. As he is often our first opponent, I am going to stick Winston Payne and his brother Gaspin Payne in next. Definitely not because they have an ancestor I'd like to discuss as well. Winston Payne is a pun of winced in pain, and gasp in pain is gasp in pain. In Japanese, they are Takefumi Ouchi and Fumetake Ouchi, and this brings me so much joy. Ouchi was taken from the English ouch, and then in English, they localized it to pain or pain. Ouch and pain. I love that so much. And then in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, we have Taketsuchi Ouchi, their ancestor who is also losing a battle with his hairline. Their first names don't seem to have too much meaning, although the brothers' names are literally just flipped. Takefumi, Fumetake, and Taketsuchi also has Take. Next, we have our girls Mia Fey and Maya Fey. Their last name, Fey, references their spiritual powers, as the word has magical connotations. Fey as in fae, as in fairy, and also Morgan Le Fay, the enchantress from Arthurian legend, whose name translates to Morgan the Fairy. This is more blatant in Morgan Fey, their aunt, and most surprisingly of all, it comes from their relation to Tina Fey, who, I'm kidding, this part is a joke, or is it? Okay, seriously though, Mia and Maya don't have any confirmed meanings, but they were probably made to sound similar because they're sisters. Mia is also similar to Ami, as in Ami Faye, the founder of the Faye clan. Some people theorize that Mia is for MIA, as in missing in action, because she... Yeah, what do you think about that? Intended? Unintended? Maya is just similar to her Japanese name, which we will get into right now. In Japanese, Maya is Mayoi Ayasato, Mayoi, Maya, and Mia is Chihiro Ayasato. Ayasato was confirmed by the creator to not be connected to the characters, he just liked the aesthetic. Chihiro, however, does have meaning. It is made up from 2 kanji, the first being the number 1000, and the second being inquire or question. Oftentimes, the meaning for the name is 1,000 gains or abundance, but the creator said he used it as a pun for 1,000 questions, meaning if I have to ask him 1,000 times, I will. Misty Faye, mother of Mia and Maya. Misty is probably just a reference to her being like mysterious, as she's been missing for 15 years. Her Japanese name is Maiko Ayasato. Maiko are apprentice geishas who like sing, dance, and play shamisen. Their dancing is brought up specifically in the 3rd game. Pearl Faye, Mia and Maya's younger cousin, daughter of Morgan, who I snuck in earlier. Pearl comes from the illegitimate child named Pearl in The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. possibly because her father left right after she was born, and her Japanese name, Harumi, has the kanji for spring and beauty. Now it is time for the #1 Steel Samurai fanboy, Miles Edgeworth. As far as I know, this is not confirmed and just a fan theory, but some people think his first name, Miles, may reference how formal he is, as it comes from the Latin word for soldier. I'm not sure I'm on board with that one personally. What do you think? Edgeworth, because he's edgy, and sharp like a sword, because it comes from his Japanese name, Reiji Mitsurugi. Mitsurugi is once again made up of 2 kanji, the first meaning honorable, manipulate, or govern, and the second meaning sword. A direct quote from the creator says that he wanted Edgeworth's name to show stillness, which can cut you down if you show a moment's weakness. His first name, Reiji, is a combination of the kanji for clever, intelligent, sharp, and samurai. I'm sure he's very happy to have the samurai kanji. Another fun fact, if you ever see any shipping of Miles Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright online, a lot of times their ship name is referred to as Narumitsu. That is the Naru from Naruhodo and the Mitsu from Mitsurugi. Next, we have Miles' father, Gregory Edgeworth. Gregory is almost certainly taken from the actor Gregory Peck, who plays Atticus Finch, a lawyer, in the To Kill a Mockingbird movie. Look how similar they look. His Japanese name, Shin, means belief or trust. Dick Gumshoe. Dick is a generally negative slang term for detective, more like dick-tective. That's not why, that's me being immature. Popular thought is that it comes from the Romani word dick, meaning to look. Gumshoe is also slang for detective, as back in the day they would wear shoes made of gum rubber that was very quiet, so they could be sneaky. His Japanese name is Keisuke Itonokogiri. His first name comes from Keisuke Kuwata, a rock musician, but I do not know why. Does Shu Takumi just like that musician? Unclear. Let me know in the comments. I literally don't know anything about that musician. His last name, Itonokogiri, has 2 kanji. The first means thread, and the second means saw. Together they mean jigsaw. The creator wanted Gumshoe's name to relate to Edgeworth, so they both have a blade, but he wanted Gumshoe's blade to be a little more dull than Edgeworth's sword. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Larry Butts. Named so they could use that joke. This is my personal opinion, but I think it could also be a reference to him being the butt of the joke. Larry to sound like Harry, so that when people get his name wrong, it's Harry Butts. In Japanese, he is Masashi Yahari. Masashi is derived from Masashiku, meaning with certainty, and Yahari means I knew it, or of course. This is similar to the word Yappari, which means as expected or sure enough. So his name is Yahari, but he's accidentally called Yappari, as in the Larry-Harry English confusion. This is because the Japanese version of the joke I mentioned is Jiken no kage ni yappari yahari. When something happens, of course it's yahari. This makes yappari yahari like a double joke, and it is also very fun to say, by the way. Try saying it 3 times fast. Yappari yahari, yappari yahari, yappari yahari. Okay, I don't think I did that bad actually. Okay, I'm saving some of the bigger characters for next video, so for now let's move on to some less detailed names. The mysterious judge. Judge means judge in Japanese. Saibancho means presiding judge. Fascinating. Our first victim, Cindy Stone, who got stoned. Kind of. Sorry. Her name is a play on Cinderblock, which is used in a joke in-game. Her Japanese name is Mika Takabi. Her last name is taken from the word Takashiba, to be on one's high horse, in reference to her personality. This next one is a real thinker. Frank saw it, as he is an eyewitness. Wonder why you saw it, buddy. Hoshio Yamano is his Japanese name. If we put his name in Japanese format, Yamano Hoshi literally translates to star of the mountain. Yama, mountain, Hoshi, star. No is a possessive particle. He does reference climbing a mountain in the trial, but if you use police slang terms, Yama is used for case and Hoshi is used for culprit, so Yama no Hoshi can be slang for culprit of the case. These next 2 come as a pair, April May and Red White. April May is just from the months, but her name is also meant to be paired with her boss's name, Red White, which comes from, you guessed it, the colors. Also worth mentioning, his company is Blue Corps. Their Japanese names, Umeo Shochiku and Masaru Konaka, also go together. The first 3 kanji of her name can also be pronounced as Shochikubai, meaning high, middle, and low ranking, which corresponds to his kanji, which are literally small, medium, and large. Also, this is not relevant, but I just want you to know that the English voice actor for Red White in the anime is also the voice of Wishbone. I love Wishbone. Sound out in the comments if you're a fan of Wishbone. Next up is Marvin Grossberg. Not sure if this is actually confirmed, but the theory is that Grossberg is taken from German. gross meaning large, and berg meaning mountain, just in reference to him being a large man. His Japanese name, Soranosuke Hoshikage, is confirmed to be mystery/detective novel references. Soranosuke, or Boy of the Stars, is the main character of the astrology murders by Shimada Soji. His last name, Hoshikage, or Starlight, is the name of a detective in The Red Locked Room by Tetsuya Ayukawa. It's worth noting that both of these names relate to the stars. Okay guys, stay with me for this last one. Charlie the Plant, the mascot of the Write Anything agency. We all click on him when we're stuck, right? Right? Believe it or not, there are 2 theories about Charlie's name. One being from the Charlwoodia stricta, another name for the type of plant it is, which is popularly known as the slender palm lily. The other theory is that it's a reference to a different video game potted plant, Chuck the Plant, which appears in Maniac Mansion, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, The Graphic Adventure, and Tales of Monkey Island, all Lucasfilm games. I do not know its Japanese name, but I'm very curious, so if anybody watching knows, hit me up. I personally love the idea that he is named after another video game potted plant, and I need fan art of these 2 plants hanging out together. Thank you. Okay, that's all for this video. We got a lot of the heavy hitters out of the way this time, so hopefully I'll be able to fit more characters in next time, one of whom I'm very excited to talk about. I will eventually edit all these together and release one long video containing all the characters. Please leave me some comments if you've got any fun facts, corrections, favorite names, favorite characters, questions, etc. I would love to talk about Ace Attorney with you. Bye!